Welcome back. I had to start that video again. I accidentally closed it. But this is gonna be a part two, a follow up. Bear with me because I'm gonna take a sip of my drink here because I was just spitting what I had to say, but I won't forget what I wanted to say. Okay, what I wanted to say is that they have a duality of a double standards. They have a duality of a double standards. They love to. What they don't realize is that they try to make themselves feel more important by telling you certain things. So these are people that will go around. These are people that will go around having sex with people, having sex with anything that they'll have sex with. Most of this program is based on sex trafficking. Believe it or not, people behind this program are based on sex trafficking. So one of the times what I found is that I'll be looking through my phone and then I'll see a woman. I'll see a woman on my phone, like a picture of a woman, and then she may be not even like it's a woman, and they'll see a woman, and then they'll intuitively send a message by projecting onto you, saying you're looking at that woman, bro. These people are engaged with sexual. They're engaged with sex. They're sex workers. They're sex workers. Whoa. I don't know how to say that word. I don't know. They're sex workers. They are sex workers. They are slave. They're slaves to sex. They're slaves to sex. Sex is a currency. Sex is a modern day currency. In this program, they are paid with sex. They sell their body. They give their body as a currency. Actually, do you know what? I'm gonna pull some cards right now. I'm gonna use this moment right now to pull some cards and ask the divine, who should the collective be with? I know I've just done a 160 on here. I've just done a 180 turn on here. Because one of the things that these people are going to be doing as well is that they're going to offer you marriage. They're going to offer you marriage because they're the only women that you know. They're the only women that you know. So the same women that are hazing you, putting you through a ritual where you're by seeing them sleep with everybody that they come into contact with. They'll even sleep with everybody that you come into contact with. They'll even sleep with people that you come into contact with. They will sleep with people that you come into contact with. So, when it says, if my neighbor wants to sleep with the driver, Father says, let them. If my neighbor wants to sleep and scheme with the neighbor, Father says, let them. If my neighbor wants to sleep and scheme with the soldier, Father says, let them. If the neighbor wants to sleep and scheme with the other driver, Father says, let them. Why should you get in the way? It's politics as usual. Ain't nothing changed. So why should you get in the way? If the neighbor wants to knock on your door and says, can I borrow some sugar? Give it to him. If the neighbor wants to knock on your door and says, can I borrow some rope? Don't ask him, what is it for? Just give it to him. So I'm going to pull some cards because one of the things that these people have said, which is actually unbelievable, is that they're going to put you through a ritual where they're going to sleep with everybody that you come into contact with. If you come into contact with somebody, that person is now somebody that they're going to hire and sleep with because they don't want to speak to you directly. What they want is to have the other person speak to you. What they want is the other person to sleep with you. What they want is the other person to speak to you, and when the person speaks to you, they go and sleep with that person. That's right, collective. If you speak with somebody, that person that you speak to, they will go and sleep with that person. They will probably go as far as to sleep with anybody that you have ever come into contact with, especially intimately. If you have been intimate with a girl, my collective, if you've been intimate with a guy, because my collective, my empresses, if you've been intimate with a guy, they will go sleep with that guy. They'll go find him and then sleep with him. They'll find him and then they'll go sleep with him. And then after that, they will say, see you later. This is the people this is what they are. This is what they are. They want to be, if they cannot be with you, they want to be with whoever you were with. If they cannot be with you right now, they're going to go and be with whoever you've been with. This is one of the things that they'll be doing, my collective. This is they spend their time wanting to become you at such a rate that they will go and sleep with a person that you have been intimate with. But my collective, another thing that I wanted to tell you, my divine collective, is if you're single and you know you're celibate and you know you're not engaging with anybody, there's nothing wrong with it. Like, without going too much into it, I'm with you, because you know you look at somebody who's been single for over 15 years. Over 15 years, been single, never had a girlfriend, never been intimate in this. I'm gonna say in do you know what I mean? Like I've never been. I've probably been out on the last time I went out on a date with more of a consistently date. I was dating somebody was 2014. That's the truth. The truth is I was probably dating somebody in 2014. And this person that I was dating in 2014 was you know, she was very gracious. Is that she introduced me to Tara. She introduced me to Tara because you know I wouldn't have known Tara without this person. She introduced me to Tara. But that's the last person that I was dating. You know, that's a very very last person that I was dating. She introduced me to Tara. So you know, give a shout out to her. You know, that was you know, they're agents, man. Like, because in this program that we're in, you don't meet anybody that is not an agent. So this person was an agent. You know, like I never knew at the time that this person was an agent. I never knew this person was an agent. However, when I look back in time, I realized, oh man, you know what? That person was an agent as well. She was an agent. Like I never knew she was an agent at the time. However, when I look at the kind of when I look back and I remember, I said, oh, you know what? She's an agent as well. She was an agent as well, and my collective. This is a person I haven't even thought about in. I never even think about this person in a long time, but I only just remembered that that's the last person I was dating. Was 10 years ago. 10 years ago, for real. Like this week will be the 10 years anniversary, because this week may even be the 10 years anniversary. It was that much of a 10 years ago. It was that much of a 10 years ago that this week may even be the 10th year anniversary that this person was the last person that I dated, like shared dates with, spent time with, shared dates with. This is the last person. After that, never dated nobody. After that, if I went on a date, it would be like one date and never see that person again. Or it would be have contact with somebody and never working out. Basically, it would never work out. And I haven't even went on any dates after that. Actually, to be honest with you, it was like never went on any dates after that, because after that time, if I went on a date, I remember, the Most High Father said to me, you know, like you can't even be dating. Father told me you can't even be dating. So, you know, I wanted to share with you what Father said to me, but sometimes, you know, like, you know, I don't know if some people are in that extreme moment, but at the same time, I know because I have some literature or scholarship that I've written down here. I've written some scholarship down here. Is that we're part of 72,000. Look. We're part of 72,000. I don't know if you can see that. We're part of the Divine Feminine. I'm going to just let you go over this quickly. And then after that, I'm going to just recite what you might have seen here. I'll recite to you what you've seen here. Okay, so basically what you're seeing here is Divine Feminine 72,000, Divine Masculine 72,000, and Karmic Feminine, Karmic Masculine are part of 7.8 billion. So even if you split 7.8 billion, that would be like 3.9 billion. Really, do you know what I mean? 3.9 billion. Like it's literally like over 4 billion karmics. Over 4 billion karmics, or over basically there's like 4 billion karmics you can choose from the other sex. If you're a karmic, you can choose from 4 billion people. If you're a male, you can choose from 4 billion females. If you're a female, you can choose from 4 billion males. If you're a Divine Feminine, you can only have choice of 72,000 that you can be in pairs with. Because in the Bible, when it says Noah had to go in the Bible, Father asked him, take 2 pairs of every animal. 2 pairs. So that's a masculine and a feminine. Take 2 pairs of every animal. So Noah took 2 pairs of every animal. 2 pairs, 2 lions, 2 sheep, 2 crocodiles, 2 zebras, two stallions, 1 stallion and 1 horse from them. Like one of each, basically. One each, 1 masculine, 1 feminine. So in 72,000 divine feminines are gonna have a choice of 72,000 divine masculines. So there's only two halves to choose from. 2 halves to choose from. That's what we're going to find out. And my divine feminines is that most of you guys are finding out that you've been single for a long time. Over here, it's like 10 years and counting. 10 years, over 10 years, 10 years. And before that, it's literally been like, 10 years, man. 10 years, like 10 years, like, 10 years, like, and not been dating for basically I've been in the cave for over 15 years. 15 years being isolated in segregation for about 15 years now. So this has been 15 years of being in communion, seeking the Lord, being in the cave. In Star Wars episode Empire Strikes Back, when Luke goes to see Yoda at the Dagobah system, he goes to see Yoda, and before he meets Yoda, he hears all these stories of go see Yoda, because Obi-Wan tells Luke that, he tells him about, and you need to go find Yoda to complete your training. You need to go find Yoda to complete your training. And when he goes to find Yoda at the Dagobah system, when he does find Yoda, he never believed, number one, that Yoda would be like a short person. Because, when he heard all these stories, he thought Yoda would be like a magnificent hero. A magnificent hero. He heard so much about him. So when he's speaking to Yoda, he says to Yoda, "Do you know Yoda?" And Yoda says to him, "Yeah, I know Yoda. I'll help you find him. I'll help you find him." He goes, "Finish this stew and I'll help you find him. I'll help you find him." And he goes, "You know Yoda?" And then Yoda says to him, he says to him, He goes, yeah, I'll help you look for him. I'll help you look for him. And as they're speaking, as they're talking, he realizes that the guy he's speaking to is the master himself. He realizes that the guy he was speaking to is the master himself. But at the time, he never believed, because the master never arrived in somewhere like, he never arrived at how he expected him to be. Because he expected him to be like this magnificent hero, warrior, because he heard so much about him, which is a warrior. Then Yoda takes him onto his training. He takes him onto this training and he introduces him to the cave. The cave that he introduces him to him, Yoda says to him, okay, now you're going to go in that cave. Luke says, what's in there? And Yoda says to him, only what you take with you. When you go to the cave, this is where you find the divine. So my divine collective, you've been in the cave. My divine feminines, you went to the cave to seek. You went to the cave you went to the cave to seek, and that's where you find the voice of the divine, because that's where the voice of the divine starts to grow within you. So you went into the cave. You went into the cave to seek the divine. You went into the cave to go find. Effectively, you end up finding yourself, because you know when they say only what you take with you, is that because that's where you're gonna find who you are. You're gonna find who you are. So this is when you find out that that your divine feminine has awakened within you. You've awakened the divine feminine. The divine feminine has awakened within you. There's so much I wanted to share with you, collective. There's so much I wanted to share with you. But one of the other things I wanted to share with you is that once you've gone into the cave, then they understand that you've gone into the cave, but what they want to be doing is to devalue you. So this is a narcissistic trait. I keep thinking I need to go back to that diagram. It's almost like something from the Golden Dawn. I feel like it's something from the Golden Dawn, like something that A.E. Powell and A.G. Waite would have made for the Rider Waite, because some of the diagrams, what it is, these diagrams seem to be coming more and more to life. So when we spoke about duality, and then also we spoke about how these people have understood that you got into the cave. Now they know that you're going to find the lost treasure in that cave. You're going to find out that who you are. So one of the tactics or strategies they're employing is that they want to devalue who you are. They want to devalue you by using sex, by using others against you. That seems like I'm cracking trays, but I'm not. Not cracking trays. Happy birthday, Davon. Happy birthday, Davon. Also going to be part of the Lionsgate. I was just thinking, did I top up the credit? Sorry, guys, I just had a thought right there, because I thought I don't want to go out there. You see, it's like now I'm indoors for tonight. I don't want to go out there for the next 2, 3, 4, 5 days. I don't want to go out there for 2, 3, 4, 5 days, because, like, I know, really and truly, it's only because more time, like, you want to rest and recuperate your energy, especially if you're an introvert. And most introverts, people find it strange, because introverts, we rejuvenate by being alone, spending time alone. You know, if you can be time alone, that's how we rejuvenate. Extroverts, they love to rejuvenate by being in loads of people, by being around people, communicating, loads of people up and down. That's how they rejuvenate their strength. But we rejuvenate by being alone, by being in solitude, my collective. That's how we rejuvenate. I want to go back to this drawing that I made earlier that spoke about the divine or the satanic system. There's a few questions I've got here, but the MPC, I just saw a flash of the MPC. So also, yeah, there's a lot of information here, but this one is one of my favorite ones, yo. It's one of my favorites. It's the satanic system. It's a drawing. It's that these people are bound to the system, which is 999 over here, which is the numerical code for dialing emergency. The emergency phone is 999. In the United States, we have 911. 911 in the United States, where you times 9 times 11, which is 99 rather. 9 times 11 is 99, plus the other 9 is 999, or i.e. 666. So they have a 666 satanic system. So both the United States and the United States, they have 9/11, which is also the 9/11 or September 11th. September 11th is 9/11, which is 9 times 11, which is 99, plus 9, which is 999, which is 666 inverted. 666 inverted, which is the numerical code for the mark of the beast. Mark of the beast, or the satanic beast system. The satanic beast system, or the mark of the beast, which is 9 protons, 6 neutrons, and 6 electrons. 999. Or if you also look at it from that side, it also talks about the satanic system, which is also carbon, or not carbon is a satanic system, so please don't shoot me down here. No, what it means is that the body of the work of the body of the satanic system is 999. The scientists, my scientists out there, understand that carbon is the building block of every element. Every element consists of carbon. Everything consists of carbon. Chopped wood consists of carbon. Wood consists of carbon. All elements consist of carbon. Carbon is the main building block for you scientists out there. Okay, so this all comes back down to this very diagram over here. Because this diagram here, it's almost like a golden dawn. It's almost like a golden dawn, AE Powell and AG Waite. They describe, or they have, the tarot was also used as part of using art to describe occult symbols. Occult symbols, sigils. They will use sigils and symbols, and also numerical or numerology. So they have numerology, and then they have occult symbols or sigils. Occult sigils or symbols, which would also be used in, they have like a numerical value, because one thing that is going to happen is that numbers are something that's going to be communicating in language. Numbers will communicate in language. So when you see a number always denotes to a certain value, and the value that is attached, it has a universal value, and it's a way to communicate something universally. So you might communicate with somebody who's from the other side of the world. The person may not even speak a word of English, but when he sees the number, he will understand. And shout out to my mathematicians, because mathematicians, one of the things that they will tell you is that every number is also a sigil. A mathematician will tell you every number is a sigil, because every number carries a numerical value, or is also a symbol. It's also a symbol. So numbers are also symbols, and they also sigils, and they also have patterns. So these are your mathematicians out there. These are the things that they're able to communicate through the occult. The occult can communicate things through numbers, through sigils. The occult can use sigils, and they can use numbers to communicate a message They could send you a message just by speaking numbers. For a person that don't even speak the same language. A person could speak a different language to you, and a person will understand when you throw up a certain number, when you see a certain sigil written in either a numerical value, or they could look at something like a receipt. A receipt would have like a numerical number, and they'll say it'll come up to a value. Or sometimes your postal code will carry a value. So these are all things that these people are communicating. Like you have languages of mathematics. Okay, I'm gonna close this one here, guys, because this is a part 2. You know, I'm gonna ask some questions because I love to implement some tarot. If anything else comes to mind, then obviously we're going to see if we can continue on because you know we'll make this video today and then tomorrow we may not it's like by inspiration is what I'm going to say also is that Father wants you to share your hints and your tips. Because what happened is if you share your hints and tips is that you put it into the collective consciousness. Once you put something into the collective consciousness, is that now it gets picked up. It gets picked up. So if you're a philosopher, if you're a scholar, you share your hints and tips either by journaling. You can share your hints and tips either by speaking to the divine collective, or you can share your hints and tips just by singing or performing your art, your artistry. Because when you perform your artistry, is that you've now shown, or you've now giving a round of applause to the universe that says, I received this, I received this message, and then and then when you share it, someone else they're going to pick up that same message that you've been sharing. So this is how my divine collective will speak to each other. So we may seem like we're alone, maybe some lone wolf, but we're always forever in contact with one another. Whenever we share our art, we're sharing with our divine collective. So I hope that will give you guys encouragement, some encouragement for you to continue to share and in spite of whether you think people are there with you or not. I definitely encourage you to just share your thoughts. Share your thoughts either by journaling, or either by poetry, or either by short stories, or either by your oracles. Any way you can. All of it is appreciated by your divine collective, far and wide, because there's no time, there's no space between us whatsoever. Okay, let's pull some cards. I'm gonna turn the page over because I got this satanic system page in this drawing. Like the sigils are just emanating straight from here. I think I'm gonna just turn the page over quickly because let's turn the page on that one. Let me put it onto a blank page at least because also energy. Oh, I'm so excited, guys. I'm so excited for these new pens that we bought today. This is the first time, actually, guys, I've actually opened up these pens. And these are let me share with you this one. It's a 1.6 millimeter Bic. It's a 1.6 millimeter Bic pen. It's a 1.6 millimeter Bic pen. These pens, every office, if you're in an office, get you some of these pens. I mean, your staff is going to love you for it. I'm telling you, Mister. Your staff is gonna love you for this one. If I never offered anything in like by way of sharing anything, I say get you a bunch of these pens. The staff is gonna love you for it because it's gonna be a pleasure to work and use these pens. These pens, I mean, oh my God, it's going to be a pleasure. It's going to be a pleasure if you. just order a bunch of them because some of these pens, some of the stuff is gonna probably take them home. Some of the stuff will probably it's like because it's like an extension. It feels it's like an extension. You're not gonna wanna. They're gonna take these pens home by accident. But you know what? Just say to them, look, let's just all chip in. Let's all chip in as part of the staff. Whether like we share tips and stuff like that. Let's all chip in, and then we're gonna just buy a bunch of these pens, all blue pens. The other pens that red and other colours, you can use normal pens. But this one, I absolutely, actually, because you might write in black as well. So get these ones, 1.6 millimeter blue and black pens. Depending on what what's that word? The protocol of the office. The protocol of the office may be using black pens. They may use black pens. So if it's a black pen for filling out applications and that kind of paperwork, then get you a bunch of these 1.6 millimeter black pens. These are a joy. I believe if you have a guest that visit the office and they got a full application form, they're gonna be looking at the pen like as if they've seen an alien, because these pens, they're gonna remind you of a far gone days, a long time ago, in a bygone era. They're gonna remind you of a joy and a pleasure. These pens are. Man, these pens they're a joy. They're a joy. They're absolute joy. We've got some blue pens. But what I might do again is get some black ones. Get some black ones for important documents. For when you're marking or applying for important documents, you may want to use black ink to fill in important documents. So this is something that I'm definitely I would encourage my collective and I'd encourage my collective to use these pens. These pens are absolute joy. Absolute joy. You can put it in a search bar. You type in 1.6 millimeter Bic, 1.6 millimeter Bic. That's the one that you want. You want that one. Okay. I digress. Now I'm gonna get Tara. I'm not reading reversals because I'll have to go through all the cards and turn them over and change the reversals and stuff like that. But Spirit World. I think Spirit World is possibly been telling me to just don't use reversals whatsoever, because I think when I use reversals, it kind of I know that I like people that use reversals because it lets me know who the characters are. It lets me know who the characters are in the storyline when I'm listening to say my favorite readers. When I'm listening to my favorite readers, and then they tell me like a certain sign is in reverse. It lets me know who the other person is, because what you find is that maybe you're dealing with a doppelganger, and your doppelganger is always going to be in reverse, because they're always going to be in reverse. They're always going to be in reverse because they're not in the upright. I know that's very scientific. They're always going to be in reverse because they're always going to be in reverse. They're always going to be in reverse because they're not in the upright. They're always going to be in reverse. So when you hear particular readers that are talking about a certain suit is in reverse, you know who they're talking about. However, if you're, I find also it just helps identify the characters. But we've gone to such a zenith or such a point in the storyline where all the suits now are, you can tell who they are. You can tell who the characters are by what suit comes up, because it's the same suits that always come up. It's the same court cards that are are appearing. Same cards, same court cards are appearing in every of the stories. You never ever hear other stories. You almost never ever see other cards. You get the same cards. You get the same cards. The same cards. It's the same cards. Okay, the question I'm going to say is, who should my divine collective should be with? Who should my divine collective be with? Who should my divine collective be with? Who should my divine collective be with? Holy Spirit. Who should my divine collective be with? Who should my divine collective be with? Just not the card. Who should my divine collective be with? Who should my divine collective be with? Who should my divine collective be with? Oh, I need one card to jump out. I think I see the Wheel of Fortune. Didn't really want to look out the window. Didn't really want to look out the window because I didn't really want to look out the window because they're trying to get my attention. Trying to get my attention because I want to get into the clear the energy, also clear the energetic field. Who should my divine collective be with? Who should my divine collective be with? Read the card. Who should my divine collective be with? Who should my divine collective be with? Who should my divine collective be with? My divine collective. Who should you be with? Like, who should you be with? Who does the divine should say you should be with? Who's the person that you should be with? Give me one card, Spirit. Who should my divine collective be with? We're not reading reversals. Who should my divine collective be with? Not reading reversals. Who should my divine collective be with? Your Holy Spirit. Who should my divine collective be with? Who should my divine collective be with? What? Pisces. Okay, you should be with a Pisces. This is going to be so you're going to be with a high priest. You're going to be with a high priest. Somebody who's chosen by the divine. This person is intuitive. This person is hand-picked by the divine. Because this person is also going to be an emperor, because a Pisces or the high priestess is also the empress. She's also the empress. This is a divine feminine, so you're going to be with a divine masculine who's chosen for you by the divine. This is a person that is highly intuitive. This is a spiritual being. This is a person that you should be with. This is who Father says you should be with. I'm gonna close this reading right there. Because this is who you should be with. It's your other half. We spoke about duality earlier, and then here we have Boaz and Joachim, and also we have the pomegranates. So this is like behind the veil. This is somebody behind the veil. This is somebody that is in contact with the divine behind the veil, beyond the veil. This is a person that you should be with, a high priest for your high priestess, a high priestess for your high priest. Love you, collective. God bless.